Good morning, everyone. Uh, Ecclesiastics 3:1 reads, "To everything there is a season and a time, to every purpose under the sun." Now, last week, we were talking about how stuff happens, and this it really is just a normal process of life. Stuff's going to happen. You know, I also talked about how the writer of Ecclesiastics wanted to make his proclamation about time and motion. He kind of wanted to make it feel monotonous, or routine. And my intentions last week weren't to bring you down, but it was to actually encourage you. So when you feel like life isn't going your way, like it's not your season, that your season is going to come. And uh, that word actually, if you just wait, your season will come. So, we got that. And the word season, or actually the phrase my season or your season, I've been in a church a while, and you kind of hear that a lot. If you've been in the church for any period of time, you're probably very familiar with that term. This is my season, or my season. Those of us who are acquainted with this phrase understand it to mean that my time has come. All right.
Mhm.
Now, there's really no problem with that, because that's pretty accurate. That's what that does mean. Um, and all of us, who are familiar with that term can really accept it. It's not like it's foreign to us. Our problem is the other time,
Mhm.
the other times
Mhm.
when it's not my season. Um, the King James Bible has 55 occurrences of the word season. And and the synonyms for season are, I just got a couple of them: term, period, time, and spell. The dictionary description for the word season, I only took down two of them. There were plenty, but I took down two. Any period or time. All right. The second one I took down was a suitable, proper fitting, or right time. Season. That's going to bring us to today's topic. And I wanted to intro it before I actually brought you the topic. So today's topic is patience in God's process. Talking about seasons, things happening, time, a time and a place for everything. And today's topic is patience in God's process. Our mission statement is that we will allow time for God's plan to have its way in us. Right. Now, in Solomon's statement about seasons, he proclaims that there is a time when something should happen. But this also means that there's a time when something doesn't happen. All right. Now that's that therein lies the struggle. My God. That's the battle right there. The timing. Now, how do we determine what time it is? My goodness. Now, the answer to that question can only be perceived through experiences with God, individual experiences with God. See, this is an individual understanding that you need to come to, that all of us have to come to. And what I mean by that is I cannot tell you when your time is, and you cannot tell me when my time is. God does not give that control over to anyone else. My goodness. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm glad he doesn't. I'm glad he doesn't. Because if we had the ability to rearrange each other's seasons, I could just see us manipulating who would succeed and who would suffer. See, so our season is between God and us only. Only. All right. Galatians Galatians 6 and 9 read, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. Due season. The Apostle Paul can put some words together, I tell you. There are times and seasons for everything, you know. Paul called it due seasons. Goodness. So now, since we understand that we can't change this, we can't alter it, we have to come to the realization that we have to learn how to deal with it. We have to learn how to deal with that. See, life is never going to be that I get everything I want when I want it. A parent wouldn't even do a child like that. Every time they whinny or cry, you just hand them whatever they want. That just doesn't work that way. So the faint not in Galatians 6 and 9 says that we have to find some sort of coping mechanism in which we can get through all the seasons. And Paul called this coping mechanism patience. He called it a word, patience. My God, my God, my God. King James Bible, Psalms 37 and 7 read, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. There are 33 occurrences of the word patience in the King James Bible. Synonyms for the word patience is persistence, God, fortitude, tolerance, endurance, and stamina. And I only took down one dictionary description for the word patience, and that is the quality of being patient as the bearing of provocation, annoyance, misfortune, or pain without complaint, loss of temper, irritation, or the like. That is something right there. Be patient. Being patient. People blurt that out, and almost as if it's easy. You know, as if it's easy. But I'm telling you, it's not. It's one of the hardest things that those of us who are God followers have to do. Be patient. God. I'm gonna read some more about some more of Psalms 37. I'm gonna read in the NIV Bible. I'm gonna read Psalms 37 verses 1 to 9. And remember, that's the NRSV Bible, right? Do not fret thyself because of the wicked. Do not be envious of wrongdoers, for they will soon fade like the grass and wither like the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so you will live in the land and enjoy security. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way unto the Lord. Trust in him, and he will act. He will make your vindication shine like the light, and the justice of your cause like the noonday. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret over those who prosper in their way, over those who carry out evil devices. Refrain from anger, forsake wrath. Do not fret, it leads only to evil. For the wicked shall be cut off, but those who wait for the Lord shall inherit the land. I paused when I said, he will make your vindication shine. My wife and I absolutely love a song called Vindicate Me. And the people are sitting there saying, God, you saw it. God, you know it. But why aren't you doing it? Because it's not time. You just got to be patient and you got to wait some things out. My goodness. One of the largest obstacles to being patient is understanding what to do during the waiting time when it's not that season. Oh my God. We used to sing a song in our church. We one of the churches, well, we sang it in a newer church too, but the song is Have Thine Own Way. It says, Have thine own way, Lord, have thine own way. Thou art the potter, I am the clay. Mold me and make me after thy will while I am waiting. Patient and still. My goodness. Patience when it's not my time. My goodness. Oh my goodness. The questions might arise. You might be asking yourself, what do I do when it's not my season? God. What do I do while I am in this waiting time? Goodness. Unfortunately, the answer to that question, to those two questions, is to be patient. Oh my goodness. To be patient. Oh my God, my God, my God, my God. There are 101 occurrences of the word wait. Goodness. In the King James Bible. Synonyms for the word wait are delay, pause, reset, or rest. Oh my God, my God. And I took down only one dictionary description for it. It means to remain inactive or in a state of repose as until something expected happens. And usually the word wait is followed by a statement until. Good Lord God. Oh my God, my God. It's not forever. It's not forever, but it has a duration to it. Psalms 27 and 14 say, wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. My God. Oh, my goodness. MSG Bible, Isaiah 40. I'm going to read the 25th to the 31st verse, and it reads, so who is like me? This is God saying. Who holds a candle to me, says the Holy One. Goodness. Look at the night skies. Who do you think made all this? Who marches his armies of stars out each night, counts them off, calls each by name, so magnificent, so powerful, and never overlooks a single one. My goodness. Why would you ever complain, O Jacob? Or whine, Israel, saying, God has lost track of me. Oh my goodness. He doesn't care what happens to me. Don't you know anything? Haven't you been listening? Goodness. God doesn't come and go. He lasts. Woo. He's creator of all you can see or imagine. He doesn't get tired out. doesn't pause to catch his breath. Good God. And he knows everything inside and out. He energizes those who get tired, gives fresh strength to dropouts. Goodness. For even young people get tired and drop out. Goodness, young folk in their prime stumble and fall, but those who wait upon God get fresh strength. They spread their wings and soar like eagles. They run and don't get tired. They walk and don't lag behind. Oh my God. Woo. See, the waiting time shouldn't be it shouldn't be, but for some reason, L, it's dangerous. Oh my goodness, it's a dangerous time. As Paul said in the other in Galatians, he said we have a propensity to faint. Oh my goodness, when stuff doesn't go our way, and this faint not statement that Paul is saying, what he's paraphrasing is don't give up. While you're waiting, don't give up. Goodness. While you're in delay, don't lose heart. While it's not your season, don't give in. And this needs to happen. You need to have this mindset during the waiting time. During the waiting time. Not when it's your season. Goodness. Not when it's your season. You got to have this mind when you're in waiting. Oh my goodness. And just to throw in another level on top of that, he states that there is a way you have to perform while you're in waiting. My goodness. In other words, he says during the waiting period, you need to keep a cool head. Oh God. You need to continue functioning as a responsible person to those that are around you. You have to maintain your level of responsibility to your family and your friends and your loved ones and to yourself. God, you see, all this has to happen while you're in the waiting for your season to change. My goodness. My topic today was patience in God's process. And what I'm trying to tell you is that we have to trust and believe that there is a method that God has when it comes to his interactions with us. God. See, I am an individual in God. And that understanding is has to be self-proclaimed. See, I need to know this. God, I need the trust that God has a plan for me. It's not enough to feel that God has a plan for the missions out there, or God has a plan for the churches out there, or God has a plan for the worship centers out there. It's not even enough to believe that God has a plan for our mothers, or a plan for our fathers, or our pastors. See, it only comes into fruition when we understand fully that God has a plan for us. My goodness, he wants us to succeed. He wants us to have certain things. He wants us to do certain things. And once we understand, we get this understanding of it. God, good. Oh my goodness, of how God in a personal relationship begins to form itself within our own living space. Then we can be patient because we trust that something else is going to happen. My God, it's not that Kurt Whalum says on one of his albums when his father dies, this is not it. Oh my God, this is not it. Oh my goodness. See, I brought a message a while back, if any of y'all remember it, and it was entitled "It's More Than That." Oh my goodness. In that lesson, I said that God does all that he does, but it's more than that. My goodness. He purchased, yeah, he purchased our salvation but it's more than that. Goodness. He brought us in and out of all these seasons, but it's more than that. See, God will do what he needs to do. Oh my goodness. But he will also do the next thing and the present thing and the future things. My goodness. God has plans for us as individuals. See, your plan is not going to be mine, and my plan is not going to be yours. And God does not bypass individuals' plans. Goodness. What I mean by that is I am not a pawn in your plan, and you are not a casualty in mine. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. But God's plans for us as individuals contain all that we will encounter in life. Everything is going to happen, and because it's going to happen. But if you kind of remember what Ecclesiastes said last week, but in this, everything that's going to happen, remember the control is not like a wild, like a wild wind, everything just blowing everywhere. Goodness. God is in control. I don't care what it looks like. God is in control. And just like Solomon said, unpleasant things are going to happen. Just a part of life. That's what he's trying to make the point. It's just a part of life. And I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Uncomfortable things will come to every individual's life. NRSV Bible, Job 14:1 says, a mortal was born of a woman a few days and full of trouble. God. See, we're going to have some tough days. But remember, seasons are not forever. They are controlled and they change. So now that we understand that everything is not going to come overnight, all the plans that God has for us, for me, they will unfold over our lifetime. See, God is not in a hurry with us. Oh my goodness. God intends that we be together forever. So this is the way it's going to be. Goodness. God and us in a relationship for a long time. And in this, goodness, oh my God, relationship, stuff is going to come and stuff is going to go. Paul said, I know how to be up and I know how to be down. Goodness. But as we exist in this, my God, beautiful agreement together, we can rest assured that God will not change. Stuff will. Yeah. Stuff will. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Hebrews 13 and 8 says, Jesus Christ the same yesterday, today, and forever. God is not going to change. He's not going to change. Stuff is going to come, but God is not going to change. So God is not the problem here. I am. Oh my goodness. And my problem is things are not going to happen, goodness, overnight. And there will be times that I'm going to need to wait. I'm going to have to just wait. I'm just going to have to wait this out. So since I need to wait, I need to develop patience, God. Patience and trust, God. Patience and faith, God. Patience and hope, my goodness. See, God's process is going to happen, but seasons take a minute to change. But in every season, whether it's fruitful or whether it's challenging, we have to be patient. We have to be patient. And God says, even though you're being patient, even though you're waiting right now, he says, like he said in that Isaiah that I read for you, he said, you're not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. Be patient. I'm not going anywhere. I'm always going to be right there with you, even when it's not your season. Be blessed. Be blessed today. Thank you for hearing us. Continue to pray for us as we pray for you.